Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Simon the WalshamRaider, and welcome back to Canned Country. First off, I do apologise if the audio peaks at any point, or in general if the quality in this isn't quite as good. I'm not feeling my best at the moment. I've got quite a sore throat and I keep coughing now and again. I can feel one building now, I can feel my voice already going, so I'll try and keep it away from the microphone, and I'll probably have to edit bits and pieces out, so if the video seems very choppy, I do apologise. Today we're playing a game that is a big favourite of mine, and when I realised it was on Steam I knew I had to do a video on it. This is called Marvel Puzzle Quest. It's a little match 3 style puzzle game with obviously Marvel superheroes in, and it's based on the game Puzzle Quest. If any of you have done it, it's kind of like a weird RPG mixed with Bejeweled. Really fun little game. I've been playing it on the iPad for just over a year now, sort of on and off. If eventually I can work out how to record it, I'll probably do other games showing you sort of my main run and then kind of showing you some of the combos and that kind of thing, but mainly with this we're just going to plough straight in and get on. So okay, so we're in kind of like a little demo thing. So it's saying about making attacks, so you match 3 and you'll then do damage. So every enemy has its own damage level. As you can see, it's slowly dropping down. I don't know if you'll be able to see that bit. I should have used it on the others because that does 63 damage in one. Yeah, so at the moment it's only giving me his red power. He normally has a red, a yellow and a blue, and each one of your colours, when you match them, it adds 3 what they call action points into your thing. Now, as you can see, so greens isn't one of the colours I mentioned, it's one that he doesn't have. So generally in every character you have, they have 3 special moves of different kinds. If it's a colour that they don't have in their powers, it's generally weaker, so this won't do as much damage as matching reds, but if I match 5 in a row, it gives me an extra thing and a critical tile. Which again, depending on the character, depends on how much extra damage it does. Of course, we match it with the reds, and it's going to do a lot more damage because that's one of his strongest tiles. So you take everyone else out, you then get covers like this, which you can then add heroes to your team. Excuse me. So you add heroes to your teams to be able to unlock new characters, to power them up, to get them better. Yeah, so now the greens have changed her symbol. So the symbols will depend on whoever has the most damage. It will be their symbol, and it'll then put that person to the front. So if I match a red Iron Man tile, which is not going to let me, it would then put Iron Man to the front. Whereas theirs, I can click on them and it'll cycle it through. So you can choose who you attack, but also by choosing what you match. And by also choosing what you match, you can also think, like, okay, well, that person's weaker, so let's try and keep them at the back. If you get like a nice cascade going, so say, fortunately I can't see anything that's going to fall to let something else go. If you can line them up where you'll match more than one thing in a tile, it's your first match is the person that stays at the front. You can see I've got 2 lots of 4s here, so the blacks are hers. So Storm shatters the blacks for 2 damage, Iron Man also does 2, so if I match the 4 he'll take the whole row out, and all of that AP will get added to my... So you start looking for little combos there, like whereas that one will... Although Iron Man's purple won't do too much damage, it's better to do 2 lots than 1. As you see, I matched 5 there, which then gave us another critical tile. There we go, and another level done. As you kind of have 2 different kinds of enemies. You have minions like Doombots there, which tend not to attack you, but they'll give you eventually. So it's showing me Okay, so it's now matched his 2. So it's now saying that I have 2 of his red power, so his red power will be better. If I can collect the yellow and the blues, it will then add to him as well. It then unlocks those powers. Before anyone asks, this is free to download. It's free to play, however, there's, as well as like getting the covers, and that gets done by... Okay. So as we can see, he'll now do that if I can't match his tile. If I find out which... Okay, so it's this front guy here is going to be the person that's doing it, so I've either got to take him out or match his tile. At the moment, it doesn't look like it's put a nice one in my... But we can definitely get rid of that one. Okay, so we know we've definitely got rid of... So that's going to go off anyway. So Iron Man's got 250 to Storm's 150. So we make sure we do one of his powers to keep him at the front. So we go, so they've now done their attack. Yes, I know I have to defend myself. What's that now saying? Ah, cool. Haven't been keeping an eye out. Like the iPad layout is slightly different. I've just realised I've not been keeping track of my... Yeah, so Iron Man's does straight damage. She removes a certain number of tiles, but those tiles do damage to the enemy, and it gains you the AP of which ones it's destroyed. So the boss of that's doing 66, so we'll do that on him. Here's the guy on 10. Okay. I don't need to move that one because it should. Oh. I forgot as it's so much low level, it doesn't do that much damage. Bang. So as I mentioned, it is free to play. However, if you want to, you can buy packs for recruitment tokens. You can try and gain more covers to unlock new characters, and you can also buy packs of in-game coins, which then means you can buy bigger roster slots and things like that. So of course it's one of those. However, with the rewards you get in-game, it is doable to do without spending any money. I've personally chucked in a little bit because I enjoy playing the game. There's sometimes you end up with, unfortunately, the covers you get. Okay, this is now telling me about bringing people to the front. So because now they've got Dr. Doom on their team, it will start matching things as well. So you get kind of minions like the Doom bots, and occasionally you'll face other heroes or other villains who then can match stuff on the board. What is it? Oh, I have to click on him himself. So he shows that actually purple or blue is one of his good. No, I want to bring it back up. I was talking to people, so we know that blue is going to be one of his stronger things. So, and that shows how much damage it. So blues and blacks is going to be what hits more. And that also means that so Spider-Man has blue powers as well, as long as purple and red, I think, when I unlock them. So if I see a blue match, I can match them to stop him creating them. Yeah, it depends on how you want to play. It depends on if you want to sort of play sort of offense or defense, really. I mean, there's lots of different characters and powers, so there is several different ways to play, depending on sort of your play style, depending on what characters you'd prefer and that kind of thing. But also it is fun just to be like, oh yeah, I really like that particular character. And of course sort of some some characters are designed to work better with others, say if they're in a particular team. Like, for example, there's a new Luke Cage that's just come out, whose one of his powers does a certain thing to the opposition. But if you have Iron Fist in your team, it then does a bonus thing as well, so it's designed to work alongside. And I believe some of the Fantastic Four characters have bits and pieces that work alongside some of the other members of the Fantastic Four. So you have a little bit of synergy in that way. But the also thing is you can look at like what powers everybody has to try and get, so that you've not got like several matches that do several hundred damage and then one that does like 10 because it's a colour that nobody has. Yeah, I have Timmy Billy to thank for introducing me to this. He's been playing a lot longer than I have. And the reason I know that I've been playing for a little bit over a year, or at least sort of logged in on that kind of thing. This has daily bonuses like a lot of freemium sort of iPad games, but unlike most where it's kind of you log in if you log in for like 7 days straight, you then get like a special reward and it kind of builds up to that. With Marvel Puzzle Quest, as long as you play a game or as long as you log in once a day, it will keep getting better and better and better. And say if I play for 7 days straight and then something comes up and I don't log in for 3 days, when I then go back on, it doesn't start back at 1, it's like, okay, well here's your day 8, and it will tell you, oh, so many days time you'll get this bonus thing. And it can be sort of new recruit tokens, or some of the coins, or even certain characters. Like if you play for a year, you get Devil Dinosaur. So you literally unlock a T-Rex to play with. It's really fun, and over the 3 kind of days, it's like a year, and then a day, and a day after that you get all 3 of his powers. He's immensely fun to use. Use Spider-Man just to use him for a bit, because I'm not going to be able to match that. So if I stun him... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so his web tiles, some of Spider-Man's powers will depend on how many web tiles are on the board. Venom has a power if there's so many web tiles on the board, instead of doing a certain number of damage, he just eats the character whole. Though so far I've never actually been able to pull that off. But yeah, it's nice to know it's there. Yeah, so say, although you get daily rewards, you don't have to necessarily do it sort of so much in advance. You can sort of take breaks from your daily plays and you don't like necessarily lose out, which I think is a really cool way of doing it. Yeah, the ISO 8 stuff is things that you use to then level your character once you unlock them. Okay, so now it's going to tell me about it. So here's my Iron Man. So his max level is 50, and that depends on how many of the unlocks you get. So I spent 100 ISO 8, and that's then put him on an upper level, which then increases his health and will start to increase the damage he does as well as slightly improving their powers as well. Okay, so why would I want to do that just yet? That's not going to do it more than once, that's annoying. So at the moment, these 3 characters I've got here are 1 stars. They're your common characters. You then get like 2, 3, 4. At the moment, I think it's up to... No, there are 5-star characters now. We've had, as well as kind of like the single-player campaign as such, there's also versus battles that you do. It's not necessarily against an opponent. It's against another player's team, but the battle's done in the same way, so it's controlled by the computer and you select who you target, that kind of thing. But you still then get notifications saying, oh, your guys have been attacked, and that kind of thing. You also have alliance, like your own sort of little clans, and everyone will get bonuses for people playing every day, and they occasionally do like team events for all of your alliance to take on like a certain foe. Like they did one for Age of Ultron, so you did like a couple of ordinary fights to then get a shot at Ultron himself, which who was then like a 5-star character and like a really tough battle. So you were all kind of like chipping health off him, and then sort of the more everybody did, the more kind of rewards you got. I haven't really been paying attention to this battle, so I don't really know what's going on. Oh, Gould's almost gone. Okay, let's freeze him for a moment. Hopefully doing this will then get us enough red AP to then do Repulsor, which it has, brilliant. It's then enough to take Doom out, so I didn't need to freeze him actually. We shouldn't have done that first, because then I could have frozen one of these guys. Never mind. That's what you get for not paying attention. And when I come back to do this in editing, I'll be having a look and going, oh god, yeah, I can see our health slowly dropping off. Yeah, 16 minutes. What I was hoping to do, and I might have to cut this down a little bit, I was hoping to have a chat, is that I got to go and see Doctor Strange the other day, and I wanted to do like a little bit of a review, but I think what I'll probably do is do that another time when my voice is a bit better. And also, a little bit of feedback from you guys. Do you want to see us doing reviews and things like that? Like, we'd love to get a little bit of feedback from you guys, see what you want to see from the channel. So if you want to see me do a separate blog about it, let us know. As just a quick one, because I don't want to be chatting for too long, because one, my voice, two, just for the sake of editing and that kind of thing. Oh, there we go, lost Storm, because I wasn't paying attention again. I thought Doctor Strange was a really good film. At times, to begin with the fact it was Benedict Cumberbatch playing a British guy doing an American accent as a doctor, it did almost feel like Marvel's take on House. That's not a bad thing, I'm not complaining, I thoroughly enjoyed House as a thing, and I think also due to the fact that House had a lot of basis in Sherlock Holmes, and that's where they got their lot of ideas from, you kind of get that link between him and Strange as well. So on that kind of character-wise, it did feel a little bit like that at times, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. As I say, I thoroughly enjoyed House, and it kind of added extra into my mind of who Strange was as a person. I also thought it was a really nice way of just the little bits they did to. They did it quite well in the way that they did Ant-Man, in that it was still very much a standalone film, but there was just a couple of little hints here and there what tied it into like the wider MCU, which I won't mention anything due to spoilers. And just in case anyone's seeing this and hasn't gone and seen it yet, there is 2 post-credit scenes. Not going to spoil either of them, but yeah, the amount of people still, I don't understand it, watching a Marvel film, as soon as the credits start rolling, up, out. There's a couple of them that then know the after credits things are going. It was in a fairly small cinema. I'd say there was probably about 30 of us in there watching Strange when we watched it on Friday. About 10 people got up and left as soon as the film finished. Everyone else in the theatre, first post-credit scene finishes, which was really quite cool. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Then everyone else, apart from me, Tetrahedral, 2 of our other friends, well, no, and 3 of our other friends, sorry, were all kind of sitting in a row like, okay, so there's now just us in here. Do they not know not to sit till the end? And lo and behold, there was a post-credit scene as well, and we were the only ones in the cinema that saw it. Right, is it going to let me? No, it's going to make me click on that. So it's not going to let me recruit other stuff yet, so I'll do that another time. I'm going to leave this here, guys, for now. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you want to see us do more vlogs and talk about sort of film reviews and that kind of stuff, just let us know in the comments or send me a tweet or something like that. If you want to get hold of me directly, you can chat to me on Twitter. Links for in the description for that, as well as the Charismatic Pandas and a link to our Facebook if you want to give us a like on there as well. Marvel Publicized, if you want to go and play it yourself, it is available on Android, on the App Store, and on Steam as well. Links are in the description below, but I will give people a heads up if they're looking at this going, oh wow, it's on Steam, I didn't realise I've been playing it on iOS. Unfortunately, you can't get your save off of an iOS device onto Steam. I know it does Facebook backups and that kind of thing, but because I was originally playing on Tetris, which was iPad, I've got no idea where it's backed up, so I'm just kind of hoping that the device doesn't die. Otherwise I might lose like well over a year's work and I will cry horribly. Anyway, I've got totally distracted. Anyway, again, apologies about feeling a bit underwell while doing this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed anyway, and as always, I will see you all on the next level.